All right. So, I just got done watching Tales of the Jedi, which is streaming exclusively on Disney Plus. And I had totally forgotten that this show was even coming out. And Star Wars is something that I have a deep love for. I kind of revolve around three different franchises. We've got DC, we've got Star Wars, and I love Indiana Jones. And I really do hate the fact that Disney does have a hold of Star Wars because I have a love-hate relationship with them holding this particular franchise. And I remember them talking about Tales of the Jedi coming out, but it kind of dropped as a surprise. And all of the episodes are actually online and ready to be viewed as of right now. And all I have to say is, wow. This content is probably my favorite content since the original trilogy. I'm putting it out there. This stands way high on my list of Star Wars awesomeness. Okay, Dave Filoni, give that guy the keys to the kingdom. I'm just calling it out right now. Disney needs to give him all the keys and just get out of his way. The stories he came up with, well, first of all, I remember Tales of the Jedi from a comic book I read back in 1995. I was collecting these. I still have those comic books, as a matter of fact. And Tales of the Jedi they kept the logo and everything, but it was telling the story of the Jedi way back long before, the time periods that we're familiar with, the beginning of the Sith and the beginning of the Jedi. And when they announced this show, I thought they were going to be doing, maybe some stories revolving around that because I know they're trying to go in a different direction, tell some different stories. Well, I was surprised to see that Tales of the Jedi actually brought back some beloved characters. They hit on all cylinders. And at the end of it, they hint that there might be more to come. So if you are a Star Wars fan and you haven't, or you're kind of lackluster on the stuff that Disney has done, know that this is grade A material. Like, I'm in Shaw. I just blew through I couldn't stop watching. I just blew through all 6 episodes. I couldn't put it down. Each episode is about 15 minutes long, so it's less than a couple of hours. You'll be able to watch the whole thing. And oh my gosh, did it bring the feels? And we got to see characters we haven't seen in a long time. We get to see 3 separate stories with Dooku, and we kind of see what he was like as a Jedi going up to, when he finally turned to the dark side. And oh my gosh, like these stories, holy cow. Dave Filoni, man, like I said, give him the keys. Let this guy do everything Star Wars. Everybody talked about, I forget his name off the top of my head. He's the guy that directed Elf and everything else. He was doing the Mandalorian. Forget that. No, Dave Filoni, some of the most beloved Star Wars stories came from Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and stuff that Dave Filoni has done. And this guy's got it. Like, holy crap. I'm telling you to run, don't walk, go watch Tales of the Jedi, and let's hope that they do more stories because this filled in a lot of gaps and did some amazing things with not just Dooku, but we had why am I forgetting her name off the top of my head? Anakin's Padawan, Ahsoka. We had several stories with Ahsoka, and, well, not several, one, and it was pretty freaking awesome. It was the last one, and my gosh, I was just blown away. There are some surprises in there that I think some people might not see coming, and yeah, out of all the Star Wars content, and like I said, Disney's been hit or miss for me. I really think that they did well with The Mandalorian, although I was upset with some musical choices. Like when Luke showed up, they should have played the classic music. Luke's theme and everything, and really made that scene emotional. I think they missed the mark on that. The Obi-Wan show, I like the Kai Peterson cut. My gosh, that version of the Obi-Wan, if you haven't seen the Kai Peterson version, go look for it, find it. Go to Kai Peterson's website. If I had a link or I had time to find it, I would put it in the description. But go look for the Kai Peterson cut of Obi-Wan and go watch that. You will never want to watch what Disney put out again. It shows you that there are better people than Disney that should be in charge of Star Wars. And Dave Filoni is that guy. So, yeah, 5+ stars. Like, freaking phenomenal. If you haven't seen Tales of the Jedi and you didn't know it was out there, go watch it. This deserves our support, and people should be talking about this everywhere. So there's my review on Star Wars Tales of the Jedi. Run, don't walk. Amazing.